Hi everyone! So just when you think the Brexit fear-mongering can't get any more worse, just when you think the Remain camp can't get any more absurd, that they can't get any more ridiculous, that they can't be any more out of touch than they are. They always surprise you. They always reach these whole new levels of absurdity. And I thought pretty much I had heard it all when I heard David Cameron and those other Remainers suggest that a World War III would be a reasonable, realistic consequence of Brexit. But naturally, that's not it. That's not nearly enough. And now The Guardian is at it. And of course it's The Guardian. It's always The Guardian. And they say Brexit would make Britain the world's most hated nation. World's most hated nation. So more hated than USA, more hated than Cuba, more hated than Russia, South Africa, Israel, Saudi Arabia, Pakistan, Sudan, Libya, more hated than North Korea. Seriously, more hated than North Korea. That's what they are saying Britain will become. And they are saying this with a straight face. And this is exactly the method I mentioned in my earlier video about Brexit, when I said that most likely these pro-establishment media outlets in Britain will bombard the British people with these articles that try to make it appear as if the entire Europe is against them on this, as if everyone else in the EU are this harmonious, lovely bunch who are just looking at Britain with evil eye, and they are waiting for them to fall in line so they could continue as usual. And of course it's not like that. Of course there's no such harmony here. There are tens of millions of us who want Britain out because we want our countries out too. We want to see EU gone. But this is how they play it. They always use this strategy. And this isn't the first time I've seen this. The first time I saw this or realized this was years ago, when there were these negotiations about a bailout package for Greece. And the Finnish representatives wanted collaterals for their share. So they just know that their money wouldn't be a complete waste, but there would be at least a couple of billion they would get back from their money. For sure. And the Finnish media then started this campaign in which they tried to make it appear as if everyone else in Europe was hating us for wanting these collaterals, as if everyone was so disapproving of us for wanting these collaterals, and as if everyone else just wanted to give the money to the Greeks and be done with it. And I started to wonder, like, how can this be such a big matter? How can they be so interested in a couple of billion euros and Finland wanting collaterals? And I checked out these sources they used, and they barely even mentioned Finland. It was a non-issue. There could be some story from a small Swiss newspaper that in one line mentioned that Finland wants a collateral. But there was no such hate campaign in EU that they claimed there was. Nobody was giving the evil eyes to us. Nobody was saying we are the bad kids in the class and the troublemakers for wanting those collaterals. It was just our own media creating that illusion of peer pressure. And there's that other message inside it too. They always have to say that, okay, people pleasing. People pleasing is a good basis for a foreign policy. And people pleasing is a good good basis to make a decision on Brexit on. And of course it's not. It's absolutely ridiculous, but this is the game they play. These are the tricks they use to keep up the illusion that EU isn't a complete failure, that it isn't a complete fiasco. This is what they have to resort to keep up that whole charade. Thank you for listening.